Hey everyone, Albie45. Let's go for take 5 on trying to get this video done. What do you think? Stinking go over time, battery goes dead, stumble all over myself. Anyway, whoop, I'm going to reset my timer right now. There we go. I wanted to share with you a handgun that I got a couple months ago. It's the Glock 20 chambered in 10mm. I'm getting a little frustrated here having to redo this all the time. This is empty. Nothing in here. Probably going to end up flying through this thing now. Glock 27 I have on here for comparison. No magazine. Nothing in here. It's empty. A buddy of mine sold this to me. He picked it up. He got orders to go overseas. Couldn't take it with him. And decided he wanted to sell it. So he sold it to me at a very good price. Couldn't pass it up. I didn't have any desire, no drive to have a 10mm. I never thought about having a 10mm. But whenever he, piped up and I heard the price he was wanting for it, I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I couldn't pass it up. The thing's had, like 67 or 68 rounds put through it. It's just like brand new. He gave like $550 for it, plus tax. Maybe it's $550, $560 with tax. I don't remember, but I got it from him for $375. I just couldn't pass it up. But a little bit about the 10mm round. The 10mm round was not discovered, invented. Whatever the word is, in 1983 by a guy named Jeff Cooper. The FBI adopted that round when Jeff Cooper developed it, and they adopted it and started using it, and they discovered that the round was too powerful, too much muzzle blast, too much recoil, and from that came the 40 Smith & Wesson round in 1983. A 40 Smith & Wesson, kind of the way I look at it, is kind of like a 10mm short. They're both 40 caliber. You can actually shoot a 40 Smith & Wesson out of this gun. You need to change the barrel. You can go to Lone Wolf Distributors and get a 40 Smith & Wesson barrel for this, but you still use the same magazine. You just load your 40 Smiths in this 10mm magazine. They're just shorter. But you can shoot it out of this gun. They're both 40 caliber, one's just a little longer than the other. I look at it like the difference between a 9mm and a 380. For years a 380 was considered a 9mm short. But ammunition for this is a son of a bitch to get. I've hunted high and low for it. I finally got some, ordered some through Cabela's. It's not cheap. Had to pay like $29 for 50 rounds, a full metal jacket, plus shipping on top of that. Trying to find it locally is almost impossible. Nobody carries it. Some stores don't even carry it, won't be carrying it. It doesn't have a big following, but the following it does have is very loyal. So I'm hoping that they don't ever, just stop manufacturing 10mm ammo. I hope not. I mean, I reload, I'm in the process of, building up brass and all that kind of stuff. I kind of wanted to show a comparison difference between a full-size 10mm 40 caliber and a subcompact 40 caliber 40 Smith & Wesson. Both are Glocks, which I'm sure all y'all can see. I'm going to jack around with the camera here. See if I can't do something to make me shoot this thing again. But you can see the difference in size between these two. It's pretty significant. I have another video out, but I'll just spit this out while I'm here. Let me take this back out. This 10mm with a fully loaded magazine weighs 39.5 ounces. This Glock 27 with a fully loaded magazine is right around 28 ounces. Just a little over 28. So, a little bigger gun and a heck of a lot heavier when it's loaded up. I personally would not carry this inside the waistband. I actually picked up another Black Hawk CQC Serpa holster for it. I have one of these holsters for my Glock 27, and I also have one for my Ruger SR9 Compact. I love these things. You know, the gun is very, very secure in there. It's very easy to get it out, but if you don't want it out, it ain't coming out, you know. But I've adjusted this to, you know, have just a slight forward cant. I don't know if I'm going to keep it like that. I might put it back straight up and down. I'm not sure. But that's what I do. I bought a shoulder holster for it as well. That's probably what I'll carry this gun in when I'm up in the mountains pounding around, to help protect the slide and stuff from getting scratched up with tree limbs and shrubbery. I think that this is an adequate gun to, you know, carry for protection in the mountains. I'm not so sure that I would want to face a Kodiak brown bear with it. Well, no, I know I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to face one of them bears with anything, but, you know, a 454 Casull would make me feel pretty good, or a 12 gauge. But, you know, as far as a polymer handgun, you know, short of a 50 cal, this is about the most the most powerful one out there. I have a little cheat sheet here that I got off of Buffalo Boar's website. I'm just going to do a little ballistics comparison between a 10mm and a 45 ACP plus P. Let me see. 10mm, and this is of this Buffalo Bore ammo. 180 grain jacketed hollow point, comes out at 1,350 feet per second with 728 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. You go to a 45 ACP plus P, 185 grain jacketed hollow point, spits it out at 1,150 feet per second at 543 foot-pounds of energy. So 543, 643, 743. This was what? 728. So, I mean, almost 200 foot-pounds of energy less on a 45 ACP plus P over a 10mm. To me, that's pretty significant when you're talking numbers like 400, 500, you know, down in there. I mean, that's like the difference between a 45 and a 9mm, I would assume. I mean, it's pretty dramatic. But, you know, this is a really nice gun. I mean, I'm not going to tell people much of anything that they don't already know. But I just kind of wanted to share it. I really love the feel of it. It is big, but you know, I've got big hands. I guess that's about it. I'm afraid I'm going to screw this thing up. I'm over 8 minutes now. I know there's some other stuff I wanted to talk about. Let me stand here and ponder it for a second. The capacity on this is 15, which is stinking really good for, you know, that big. But I mean, like I say, it's only a 40 cal, you know. So this thing will have, you know, 15 plus 1 capability, you know, to carry. Size different as far as I measured it with a measuring tape, not with calipers or anything, but the gun length on this one, from the back of the slide to the front, is 6.5 inches. On the Glock 27, it's 5 inches. The distance from the top of the slide to the bottom of the magazine well on the Glock 20 was 5 inches. And on the Glock 27, from the top of the slide to the top of this piece here, not down here but up here, is like 3 3/4 inches. You know, so I mean, it's a very significant difference in size. But from what I haven't been able to shoot this yet, my name is on the list to join a gun range. I'm not in a real big community, so I gotta wait. I hear I can be on this list for like 2 years. My close area that I go and shoot up in the mountains is shut down for the summer because of the bikers and stuff. The hikers don't want to get shot, I guess, which I can't blame them. But anyway, you know, I can't wait to shoot it. The guy that I got it from said that this shot better than the other two he had. I gotta go. Y'all take care. Thanks for watching.